Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be the versions of self that have exactly what you want. I hope that's what you're doing. Yeah, I hope that's the choice you're making. If you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form, you can find all that information in that drop box below, as well as the screens that just went by. I have 3 channel memberships. My most favorite one to discuss is my VIP/Advanced Manifestors group. That is the group that has access to all the groups, all 3. That group has access to all the recordings of all the channel memberships. It's the best group. It's the best. The Advanced Manifestors is where we go deep diving into manifestation. Yes, folks, deep diving, which is deepening our understanding and helping us to not stress out about our 3D when we're worried about shit. Yeah, it's deepening our knowledge, therefore deepening the foundation of our beliefs. It's a good group. Good group. I have the exclusive lives group. That is the group for zhuzh only. All we talk about are success stories and tips and tricks. And can I just say, this past week's group was off the chain. And I know you've heard me say it before, but it's because everyone has amazing things to share in that group. People are getting successes all the time. And I mean from every category, whether it's SPs, money, health, and big health stuff, like that dirty C word, not in the HBIC world. It's not accepted. It's not. Wow. I can't say enough. And again, the Advanced Manifestors, you can watch that replay if you missed it. Just saying. But yes, that is the zhuzh only group. And then I have the Friday group, which is the hot seat group. And that means you can get into the hot seat and ask me anything you want. Yes, that's what that group is. So if you would like to join one of those, I know there's a join button somewhere underneath here, but don't do it from your Apple device because they charge more and no one knows why. No one will give a straight answer why, but it ain't me charging the extra. Okay? Anyway, I have TikTok, I have Instagram, I have Clapper. Yep, you keep seeing me getting pulled over here. It's because she's wanting to play and is demanding I play with her. And we're playing tug of war while I try to record this video. Just saying. So I'm going to jump right in. Now, this video topic came up in the channel membership the other day. So we had one of our HBICs, Roxy, bring up a really good point that I think is worth a video. And that is the point of, on my channel, I have more than one video on Neville Goddard's The Pearl of Great Price. Quickly, let me summarize. The Pearl of Great Price is you choosing to buy the pearl. You choosing to buy the pearl. And what that means is realizing that everything out in the 3D is a reflection of you and the sum total of the beliefs and assumptions within the state you are embodying. So you want to start giving up your reliance on astrology, tarot card readings, is, the idea. Right? Going to psychics, utilizing these for anything outside of fun, entertainment. Okay? I see no harm in using, like, say, tarot card readings for fun. Okay? For fun. But when we're so reliant on them that we get really disheartened and upset when we hear a reading that doesn't sound favorable, that's when it's time for you to buy the pearl and stop utilizing these things. Stop relying on outside things, right? So that's what Neville's talking about, basically, right? This is me kimming it down. But our girl Roxy brought up a really good point that we also should be giving up the belief in the free will. The idea of saying goodbye to free will. It's a concept that I'm sure if you've heard about manifestation, you've heard someone somewhere saying your SP doesn't have free will. No one has free will. But that also includes you. Your free will ends after you've made your decision on who you are or what state you're embodying. You have the free will of choice, choosing what desire to have, to go after, to manifest. But outside of that, your free will ends too when it comes to the 3D. All that befalls you, all that is done by you, happens. Your assumptions, conscious or unconscious, direct all thought and action to their fulfillment. To understand the law of assumption, to be convinced of its truth, means getting rid of all the illusions about free will to act. Free will actually means freedom to select any idea you desire. By assuming the idea already to be a fact, it is converted into reality. Beyond that, free will ends and everything happens in harmony with the concept assumed. I can, of mine own self, do nothing because I seek not mine own will, but the will of the Father, which has sent me. The question is often asked, what should be done between the assumption of the wish fulfilled and its realization? Nothing. It is a delusion that other than assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you can do anything to aid the realization of your desire. You think that you can do something, you want to do something, but actually you can do nothing. The illusion of the free will to do is but ignorance of the law of assumption upon which all action is based. Everything happens automatically. You see, when you make your decision that, yes, I want this desire, we'll use SP as the example. Yes, I want to manifest a relationship with this specific person. That's it. That's it. You get to decide from that moment on that everything you're experiencing is the unfolding of that desire. It is instant. It is not only an instant state shift. The moment you decide, yes, I am the version of self that is in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with that specific person. That's it. Instant state shift. You are now officially in that reality. You are now officially that version of yourself. And everything out here, including everyone, is willingly playing their part, okay, to bring about your desire. They might not understand why they're making the moves and decisions to do things. They're not aware it's connected to your desire, but they willingly play their part because no one has free will, including you. The actions that you take out here in your 3D world, all of them, you can bet your pretty little bum that you're doing it to bring about your own manifestation. Are you understanding what I'm saying? This is exactly why I say that even the stupid shit, you go into the grocery store, go into a gas station, it's somehow, in some way, attached to you getting your manifestation. It's a part of the unfolding. Everything out here, everything in the 3D, everyone in the 3D is playing their part to bring things about. Are you getting this? When we decide that we're going to partake in the law of assumption, that this makes sense, this is how life works, that it's been reflecting your own mind, your whole existence. You're awake to that now. You've made that decision. So now it's time to buy the pearl of great price. And we need to include free will. You've got to let go of the idea that anybody out here has the free will to do anything. They are reflecting your consciousness. You see, we are all connected to one consciousness, one universal mind, or we can say one universal consciousness. We're all connected to it. But from there, God, I am, or you can call it universe, consciousness, has decided to have this human experience individualized through each being. So yes, you are too God having a human experience. But we are all partaking in God's will. And this is where humans, man, got shit backwards. When we don't get what we want in the 3D, for a lot of us, if we were grown up with any type of religion, I grew up with Catholicism, we would often hear that phrase, well, it just must not be God's will. No, you silly fools. Silly, silly fools. You getting your desire is God's will. All of us. Every time we choose to be a version of ourselves, whether it's the version of yourself with your desire or the version of yourself without the desire, that was your free will to choose who you are. That's God's will. That is why I say that God, universe, 3D reality, your subconscious mind, whatever word feels comfortable for you, is always saying yes. Yes to your free will decision to choose who you want to be. But no one out here has the free will to say, no, I'm not going to partake in helping that bitch get her manifestation. Or no, I'm not going to get manifested by that person. You're not even going to know why you're taking the actions you're taking. Everything really is inspired when you think about it. This is why I say you can't make a mistake out here. You can't. We need to drop this illusion. This illusion that what if it's just not meant to be? What if it's not God's will? What if SP has the free will option to go this way or go that way or pick that person? It's whatever you say it is, my friend. We got to drop it. We got to drop concerning ourselves with free will because it doesn't exist outside of who we are choosing to be, period. Everything we're doing, everything is a part of the unfolding of your desires. And you've been unconsciously doing that all the way to the moment you discovered that you can do this consciously. Your SP is not rejecting you. Your SP has been reflecting your belief of not good enough. I'm not good enough. This victim state expectancy of being let down again. I could keep going and giving examples. And you know it resonates with you. You know it, no matter what you're manifesting. If you have heavily believed in or expected for life to take a shit on you and for you to not allow yourself to even want certain desires because you were so convinced that that was impossible. There was no logical way you could ever be a multimillionaire, or there was no logical way that that person that lives on the other side of the world will ever come back and choose you. It is your own shit beliefs that have been reflected back to you. Now it's time to wake the hell up and realize nothing and no one has the free will to do anything other than reflect you in your little reality bubble. And that's what each one of us is experiencing. There's no free will. Your SP doesn't have free will. Yes, they are all human beings. But remember, we are infinite beings, so therefore, so are they. And in the past, your specific person was reflecting some of your shit beliefs. But it wasn't because they had the free will to reject you. That's just not a thing. And we've all been conditioned to believe differently. So, time for you all to buy the pearl of great price and realize it doesn't just mean astrology, psychics, and tarot cards. It includes free will too. I think that's an excellent idea from Miss Roxy, and I agree with it. The illusion of the free will to do is but ignorance of the law of assumption upon which all action is based. Who are you choosing to be in this moment? What state of consciousness are you embodying in this moment? I didn't ask you to look out in reality and then decide who you are. I'm asking you, what were you focused on right before you watched this video? Who were you being? I hope it was being the version of self that gets what she wants or he wants. We had another great tip today. Think of the 3D as being your best friend who wants to help you get what you want to. And when you think about it, yeah, the 3D does want to, because your 3D is always willingly reflecting you. It's not your enemy. That one came from the hot seat channel membership today from Alfie. You see, we got good peeps. These groups are good. And I'm not just saying it because they're mine. We got good people in the channel memberships. Ideas come out. Perceptions, perspectives come out. And we get nuggets shared. We got a good community over here. And if you haven't joined one of them yet, well, you're missing out on all the fun. That's all I'm going to say. So on that note, there is no free will. No one's purposely trying to anger you, hurt you, disappoint you, let you down, piss you off. No one's willingly doing that. They're just reflecting a shit belief. And you know you got the belief if your perception is they're doing it on purpose. We got to check in with that. We got to make a new decision. What do I mean when I say make a decision? I mean fucking tell yourself that you are your new self. The self that gets whatever the hell he or she wants. It's really that simple. Manifestation really is simplistic. It's really nothing more than you placing your awareness on who you want to be. In other words, placing your awareness on what you want to experience. And you get to happily expect it to show up, because it will, if you keep returning to it. So on that note, for real, I'll see you tomorrow. My VIP/advanced, the advanced manifestors have access to all 3 recordings of all the channel memberships. Poop is saying hello. Poop is saying hello. Poop, do you mind? Start wagging her tail. Poop! It's rude. Mommy's talking. Do you care? I didn't think so. So, deepen our knowledge. Not the time. Not the time right now. I know you want to play, but I'm recording. Here, why don't you chew on that end? Yeah, so, we're going to have some beeps while I'm recording, because she's going to town. She doesn't care about my schedule. She doesn't care. Don't be a long one. The advanced manifestors have access to all 3 recordings of all the channel memberships. Yes. What is going on with me today? If you just heard that screaming in the background, it's because that fucking TV was still on. Anyway,